Okay, so welcome back to KSP. And to carry on with the progression. If you remember last time, we had just managed to get the little airplane to fly. So we shall have to utilise that to get most of the science around Kerbal, and then as soon as we possibly can, we're going to be trying to get satellites in orbit around the Earth. Let's make sure it's still got it saved. There it is. Tiny little aircraft. I can't remember whether we've already got one. I think we already have one built. Okay, so back on the runway. So it is time to check keybinds. Yep. Good. So we shall be taking off, and hopefully not blowing up. No, it's back in the air. Uh-oh. Oh god, that's not good. Okay, well I shall recover this then, and then see you back. Okay, so back on the runway. Let's see if this time we can get it up without smashing the tail fins off. Angle down the runway. Come on, I want a bit more speed. A bit more speed. Should just lift itself off the floor. There we go. No, not doing that again. Okay, keep your nose in the air. Okay, we're up. That's it, we're up. Whew. Oh, hell. That's not going to be enough. Oh, it is! It is probably going to be enough to save him. Oh, wow. He's alive. He's alive. Okay. It does fly. You have seen it fly. We know it flies. It just revolves around me not being a complete and utter plank and letting it get up enough airspeed before trying to turn. So, we'll try that one. There we go. Steady. Chuck that on. Okay, right. Let's get some airspeed, get some altitude before we start trying to turn. Yeah, so it has nothing to hold its heading. I wonder if Ferrum Aerospace was interfering. That's probably what it was. Right, now it's just a case of flying around to get some science. So, we shall see what science we can get then. Basically, just as a quick update of how things are progressing, we're just flying to what I'm hoping is going to be the nearest biome. Because we need biome changes and all sorts for science over Kerbal, so we shall see how it goes. I shall update you as and when we reach new stuff, or if some minor issue wacky happened. just a small one. For some bizarre reason, it just started to stall. I think it got too fast, and then just ended up in a just death spiral. Just went straight down. Need to say, everyone is alive. It might be something to do with how the weight shifts afterwards or something. I don't know. But needless to say, it was a complete failure because basically we were still over grassland. So, but in the meantime, while all that was going off, if I go to Space Center, I can recover that. While all that was going off, we managed to unlock the next set of technology. So we might. Oh well, actually, I think we should have enough now to be able to put a satellite in orbit. Okay, right, back to the station, and we shall try and design something now to get into out to the atmosphere, and then hopefully once I've done it, I shall walk you through how we got to where we were. So I shall go build that. Okay, right. Well, we're back, and I've managed to build something which obviously you probably see doesn't have enough delta V to actually get into an orbit, but it should give us the ability to get past the Kerman line contract done, which will give us another 50 grand, which means I can unlock some of the other engines. So with this one, I'm actually just going to keep it going straight up, and I'm going to deliberately put it into a spin, because I'm not 100% sure how stable this is in pure vertical flight. Obviously there's no point in you watching the burn time, so I shall be fast forwarding most of the uneventful stuff. We are of course still getting data units for the engines, so hopefully we should be able to upgrade those soon. Ah, I waited too long. God damn it. They're supposed to be on the same stage. Damn. Oh, we could have got so much further as well. Oh well. We made it into space. Let's stop the spinning for now, if we can. Right, well, back to the drawing board. Right, well I've made some minor tweaks, so we shall see how this one goes. Basically I shouldn't need to spin stabilise it anymore, it should just hold its own. So we'll have to see. Still very stable. 2 seconds left on this current stage. Obviously there may be issues with this engine. It's a brand new engine. No guarantee that it'll be stable. Before we lose connection, I'm going to enable the other antenna. So this is not actually too bad. I think this has about 5,500 delta V, and I think you need about 7,800 to. Right, we should easily get some deep space, some high data points now. Yes, done the Kerbal line. And I believe the engine has burnt out now. Yes, it has. Yep, used all its fuel. Still worth it though, because we got 422 data points for it. Oh, this is about as high as we're going to get, so no more science. Let's go back to the Space Center. That was it. So we passed the Kerbal line. Let's get a contract done. We should hopefully get some science anyhow for completing the contract. And it just burns up instantly. So we made some changes, and now we have a manned flight to do. Same as last time, we're going to be going past the Kerbal line. Or whatever it's called. I don't remember what the hell it's called now. Going past the Carmen line, that's the one. Should be okay. The only thing that worries me about this craft is whether or not it's going to survive re-entry. Because we're using a normal, basically an aircraft hull at the moment. You can see it just inside there. So basically I've wrapped it in a protective shell. As the protective shell can have 300-degree more heat protection than the actual crew capsule. So the plan is to basically come back down inside the protective shell and hope that's enough. Or if it's not, at least hope it is enough to protect it from the rigors of re-entry, at least a piece at a time. And treat the protective shell like an ablative shield almost, because I haven't unlocked heat shields yet. Nor capsules, which is again dangerous, but there we go. The only thing that worries me is the staging process on this. I'm not 100% sure how well this is going to stage, because obviously I've got no separation thrusters. I'm relying on the momentum from the first stage to stabilise the fuel for the second stage. I don't want to bank over too early, but at the same time, I don't want just to try and burn through the atmosphere nose first. So that'll cause overheating in its own right. I've got this locked here so I can see whether or not that it remains stable. Yep. God damn it. That was awkward. Apparently this thing relies very heavily on gimbaling. I don't even know where that part went. Oh, it is. It's behind me. Thank God for that. I should probably put some separation thrusters on it, because that was a bit insane, to be quite honest. I'm going to bring the angle way over now. Even then, though, we've only got 2,500 meters a second delta V left, so we'll never get up to orbital velocity with that. To be honest, I just need to make sure the apparatus stays above 100. I'm not even bothered about the orbital height, because it's not going to stay in orbit. It's got no real food, water, or anything. It's a goddamn space plane. Aircraft. Cockpairs will get some science. Okay, that's it. We are out of fuel, out of gimbaling, and as a result, it looks like SAS can't hold its own. I need to reconfigure. I can see them. There we go, parachutes. If we can survive the re-entry down to about 7,000, that should hopefully be okay. Well, I shall come back to you now when we actually start. We're back on our way through the atmosphere. What's interesting though is it reckons that the hottest part is the antenna, which can't even really be seen. It's not exposed. So hopefully this is going to work and it will automatically orientate itself arse first. Let the engine and the tank take a chunk of damage. Still accelerating though. Hottest part. Yeah, hottest skin temperature. That is. Yep, climbing rapidly. Oh god, Jesus. Got no chance trying to get that back through the atmosphere. I don't even know how we're supposed to do this. Maybe it's too early, maybe we just have to wait. We need heat shields. Just took way too much damage. Okay, we fast forwarded a bit basically and just unlocked some heat shields. So we are going to try it again, bless it, with another Kerbal. But this time I am going to see if I can basically put a heat shield on. Because I see no reason why we shouldn't be able to get a heat shield on. That looks a tad small. What's that? That's... to get the width. And you're not helping. That was 1.4, so I just purchased the wrong heat shield. That was clever. Can't get rid of the thing. 1.5. That should do. And then we want to put a decoupler in, which yes, it didn't have before. Okay. I'm going to fix. Okay, it's the weirdest place for it to put that decoupler ever. Bottom engine. Getting very close to our thrust to weight ratio limits here then. Add that extra weight on, and now what we're going to do is we are going to add some separatrons. Just 3. Oh, what? Wow, okay. Right, so they don't alter that much. They do, however, massively alter delta V, the thrust to weight ratio, but the delta V. Don't think we need any, maybe just 2. Yeah, that barely affects the delta V, to be honest. Right, burn. Just burn over. Like that. Get rid of that. Keep the heat shields as ablated, then pop everything else, and then take the shield off. So we'll call that Mark 2. I shall build it, and we shall see how it flies. But if I can't find a way to keep the Kerbal alive, just reaching 100 kilometers, we're probably going to struggle, to be fair. Got both the engines at their just ever so slightly over the max burn time of each engine, so we're proper pushing the engines to the limit. So 56 days. if this doesn't work, we're going to have to try and do something about... well, maybe we'll have to go back to the space plane idea to get the science to unlock the better engines. I don't know. To rethink our approach to getting into orbit, because I want to get satellites up and I want to leave Earth as fast as possible now. Very conscious that basically we've been effectively stuck on one planet for a while, although it is only 1955. So we've not particularly really even started the space race. And this is where we kind of hope I've got the staging correct. If the staging's not correct, this is going to end very badly. Like, very badly. Obviously there's not much point in you guys are to endure through all this, since the burn times are nearly, well, basically it's 2.5 minutes per engine, the burn times. So we should have more than sufficient delta V to complete the contract. The question is, I'm just basically trying to take a orbital flight path to see how stable this thing is over the long run. So then if I can get a booster stage onto this, we change obviously the thing for a capsule at the top instead of an aircraft cockpit. We basically have our first orbiter. Hence the reason I've called the staging the orbiter anyway. Oh, it's just too heavy at the top, I think. With all the new heat shield and everything, I think it's just too heavy. We can probably complete the Kerbal line quest, but yeah, this thing's gone totally tits up. Managed to stabilize it, but yeah, it's shot to hell. Back to our original orientation. Burn as much fuel laterally as possible. Obviously I want to stay above 100, because that's our target altitude for the quest. But I don't want any of the extra height, basically. That if I can get away with it, I don't want any of the extra height. Because the more height we get, obviously the more pressure we're going to pick up on the way back through. Can't believe the engine burnt out on that. 50 seconds of burn time left. Oh, we've already passed the Kerbal line, so there we go. Burn the last of the fuel in the opposite direction. Gain as much speed up as possible. The only speed I want is vertical speed at this point, so the heat shield's in place. Just literally have to get him home. That's all we have to do. G-force. Oh god, I might kill him with G-force. Never thought about that. I could actually kill the guy with G-force. No. We're through. We are through the atmosphere. Amazing. And we have full deployment. Now this thing won't take more than 6 meters a second. Are we ready for splashdown? So, just burn through these, then we'll have a look at building something else. What I will do is I will come up with the next set of spacecraft designs before the next episode, and then I can just give you a quick walk through what I've done, and then we'll be able to see if we can actually finally make it into orbit next episode. So I shall see you next time we have KSP booted up, and hopefully we shall send Kerbal into orbit around the Earth. See you next time.